Perfect. So, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are joining us from. And in fact, we would love to hear from you. Please say hi in the chat and let us know where you are turning in from. Welcome to Leading Change in Action Voices from the Field. So, this is a special celebration of National Nonprofit Day and our 10-year anniversary at Leading Change Africa. And when I say 10 years, I'm really referring to the impact of our work and mission here at Leading Change. So I invite you all to join me in uploading these milestones, whether it's through a round of applause, a reaction, or a message in the chat. Let's mark this moment together as it's special. So, as we're celebrating, I'm also letting some people in. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Your presence is really special today, and we are truly grateful for your gift of time. In fact, this milestone is not just about our organization, but about the thousands of lives touched, the voices amplified, and the young leaders across Africa and beyond who continue to inspire us every single day, and our amazing donors, staff, and supporters who are making this possible today. So, before we dive into today's meeting, I would just go ahead and give you some instructions on how these webinars will run. So, first, please keep yourself muted unless you are speaking. And feel free to use the chat to share thoughts or questions you may have, and you can do so anytime as the meeting goes. Another instruction is really to keep in mind that we'll have a key and A at the end of this session today, but you can drop your questions again anytime in the chat as we go. And finally, today's webinar will be recorded. It already started. So for those who will be missing, or for those who are not really focused, will get a chance to take a look later on. So that said, I'm just going to go ahead and admit more people and get us started. So for those who don't know me, I'm Awa Meiga, the Director of Operations and Engagement at Leading Change Africa, and it's an honor to host you today. Very soon, you will also be hearing from our inspiring scholars and dedicated program managers here at Leading Change. On this important day, we pause not only to recognize the incredible work of nonprofits around the world, but also to highlight the stories, voices, and actions that are shaping Africa's future, one young leader at a time. So, at Leading Change, we believe in a simple but bold idea: transforming young Africans into leaders and leaders into agents of change. And as you all know, Africa is rich in people, right? It's rich in potentials, resources, but across the continent, systematic challenges and inequalities persist. From barriers to higher education and youth unemployment to food insecurity and underrepresentation in global decision making spaces. High achieving low income students face deep obstacles, from a lack of resources and mentorship to the absence of guidance, mentorship, as well as navigating scholarship and university application processes. And for that reason, and the lack of access to all chances, or let's say opportunities that other may access easily across the globe, locally or internationally, lead to the fact that many gifted young Africans are unable to fully develop their talents and contribute to innovation and global progress. The facts tell the story. In fact, just in sub Saharan Africa, the gross tertiary enrollment ratio is only about 9 to 10% compared to a global average of roughly 38 to 40%. In fact, UNESCO data confirms that trend, which remains the same as of today. And across Africa as a whole, what I have been sharing means that out of 10, only one can access post secondary educational opportunities. Less than one quarter of the global average, reflecting deep inequalities again in access to resources, opportunities across the globe. And that's why Leading Change Africa exists. So, our current focus is to transform 1 million young Africans into leaders and agents of change by 2050. Our vision is a continent led by its youth through innovation, creativity, service, and integrity at an educational, entrepreneurial, and rural community development level. In 2015, sorry, I will be just moving the slides over here, taking us to the numbers and giving you a snapshot of our growth as of today. So in 2015, we started in Burkina Faso, just one center, one idea, and a whole lot of faith. And from that to 2017, we launched our first program, which is the Leadership Academy. And in 2019, we expanded to the US and other countries in Africa and India. And we are now exploring Asia and Europe as we grow in numbers and in impact. By 2022, we had over 500 youth participating in rural development projects. And now in 2025, this year, right now, we are celebrating 10 years and over 1,000 youth impacted globally. And it's been a decade of action and impact. And we are just getting started. So, our work is grounded in four key programs, or let's say three, and I'm going to break it down a bit for you, but you'll hear more from the programs as our program managers will start sharing more information. So, our work is grounded in key programs, as you can see here on the slides. We have the Leadership Academy, the post secondary, and the accelerators. So, in fact, the Leadership Academy is a program that has been implementing both virtually and in person, and the post-secondary program is supporting access to higher education, and our accelerators program is from financial literacy to youth entrepreneurship, and the Rural Development Initiative, which empowers farmers in rural communities and youth in West Africa, especially in Burkina Faso and Mali, where we are making more impact as of now, but also thinking about expanding that impact through hands on conservation agriculture. So I'm going to pause right here and invite our program managers to briefly introduce each program. So now I'm going to transition to Vanessa. So, Vanessa, if you want to get us started from here and then pass it to Husu and Fuseni. So again, if you have any questions as we go, please drop it in the chat. We'd love to hear from you.
Okay, thank you very much, Alba. And hello, everyone. Happy International Nonprofit Day. My name is Vanessa Dzeke. I am the Leadership and Entrepreneurship Manager here at Leading Change Africa. And I'll start us off with just telling you a little bit more about the Leadership Academy. I will speak more towards the Virtual Leadership Academy, and then I'll pass it to my colleague Husu, who will touch more on the in-person Leadership Academy. Can you go on the next slide? Next slide, please. Okay. Yes, thank you. So the Virtual Leadership Academy is a program that was designed to support young youth from across the continent between the ages of 18 to 35 to be able to develop their leadership, personal development skills, as well as their professional development skills. So we take them through a program that is 8 weeks long, where they partake in self-paced modules and biweekly live sessions with facilitators. and they are able to also access one-on-one mentorship. The whole goal of this is to support them throughout their leadership journey so that they can now be able to have the confidence, the skills and the knowledge that they require for them to be the agents of change within their communities. So we focus on very different types of topics, starting from self-confidence, self-assessment, as well as how they can now go into the community and be able to look at different issues that the communities are facing and be able to add on to that. With the Virtual Leadership Academy of 2025, we were able to reach 360 youth across the continent from 31 different countries, and around 79% of them, after the program, stepped out of it to take up various leadership roles in their communities, as well as 99% of them highlighted that they would be able to recommend this program to others. So if you're a young leader that's looking to take up space within your community, be the change that you'd like to see, feel free to follow us and be able to access the Virtual Leadership Academy when next we open for our call for applications. But that's just a glimpse into Virtual Leadership Academy. I will pass it on to my colleague Husu, who will just speak more on the in-person Leadership Academy. Thank you.
Hi everyone. I hope you can hear me well. As Vanessa said, my name is Usman Seremi, and I am the academic manager at Leading Change Africa. Happy International Nonprofit Day to each and every one of us. As she mentioned before, I am in charge of the In-Person Leadership Academy. It is pretty much the same as the virtual one, but in person. So it's essentially in Burkina Faso because we have the center there in Ouagadougou, and it is intended for youth from the age of 14 to 18. The ultimate goal is that we will help them grow, lead, and create meaningful impact within their community. What they do, they come to the center for 1 month, and what they learn is building leadership skills, faster professional growth, social responsibility, engaging to civic responsibilities, and also with public speaking. We take them through also emotional intelligence so that they know what to do when they have conflict or problem-solving skills. We this year we had two cohort, and over the two cohort we had over 100 participants, and 85% of the participants rated the program to be satisfactory and higher, and 98% of the participant would recommend others to take part into that program. So that's the In-Person Leadership Academy. Now, transitioning to the other program, it's called the post-secondary program, which is also divided into two groups or two sub-programs per se. We have the undergraduate and the graduate program. The undergraduate program is intended for young adults throughout the 12th grader and recent graduate. The goal is to empower high-achieving low-income students into getting not only the information, but also provide them with the skills, the resources, the guidance they need to successfully apply and secure international scholarship across the world. The main focus this year is the MasterCard Foundation scholarships, and the program duration is between July and December. We intended to get over 80 students that will be selected from a pool of 350 applicants nationally. And we aim to achieve 80% of the students to secure scholarship. The main reason for that is Leading Change Africa noticed that, like Awa said, only 10% of recent graduates just go to tertiary education, which means that the remaining not only do not have information or access to tertiary education, which is the university. And our goal and our noble concept here is to help those talented, achieving students with low income to access and get those scholarship. And we get them through the key focus, which will be English proficiency, because we look for English speaking universities. As the motto of Leading Change Africa is the leadership. So we take them through the leadership courses as well, the critical thinking, digital literacy, public speaking as well, and also with the entrepreneurship. So all those are essential for them to apply to scholarship and be able to get in, because since they come from French-speaking country, it is really difficult for them to apply to that. So we need to have that curriculum well designed so that they have the knowledge, the skills and the resources to apply to the scholarship and get it. So that would be the undergraduate track. And the undergraduate track is intended for a bachelor's program, which is, depending on the country, 3 or 4 years university. And then after that, once they complete the undergraduate track, we also, next slide, we also help them apply to graduate schools. So the graduate school will be intended for the master's and PhD programs. And Leading Change Africa also help ambitious students to secure admission to top tier master's or PhD programs worldwide. So it is not, the noble cause here is not to get the students obtain just the bachelor's degree and leave them like that. Just we encourage them to continue higher education, or to get like a professional skills, which is to get not only the internship or to like acquire or to get the job. So the graduate program is more to gather the information, the scholarship available, the master's program, the PhD programs worldwide, especially in the English-speaking countries, so that our scholars that we have can continue their journey with the education. So this is pretty much what Leading Change Africa does here. Thank you, and I'll pass it on to the next program.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Alfsen Mega. I'm the Area Development Program. This program is based on next slide, please. Next one, too. Yeah, that's the right one. So the Area Development Program is based on Foundation for Family Principles, which was developed in Zimbabwe. It is a simple approach and include low-cost conservation farming method designed to help smallholder farmers increase the profitability and improve their livelihood. This approach has spent across Africa as a powerful tool to combat hunger, poverty, and dependency. The change will be expected is to eliminate food insecurity because of the high productivity yield this program gives to farmers. The second one is to reduce the impact of the climate change. These help to maintain soil moisture in case of drought period, and then accelerate growth of commercial agriculture. And this program has essentially 3 components. The first one is the training, and the phase two component can be divided in 2. The first one is theoretical aspects and the practice that can build farmer capacities on agricultural conservation. And the second component is the production. The production is demonstration plot 2, which will show how to implement the foundation of farming principles. And the third one is the agri-business aspect, which include the value chain in agriculture system involve production, manufacture, and marketing. That is the most activities we are doing in the rural development program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Vanessa, I think we're gonna go back to you for the accelerators.
All right, perfect. So aside from all the other programs that have been presented so far, Leading Change Africa also has programs that support entrepreneurship. So we have two programs that complement one another, all falling under the Leading Change Accelerator programs. They are both designed to equip young Africans between the ages of 18 and 35 with the practical skills, mentorship, and funding necessary to develop and scale their businesses. So we're just trying to make sure that our entrepreneurs that are going out there are able to not only be well positioned to get to access financing in this competitive market, but to also be able to develop good ideas that can be able to be scaled. So for the first program, which is the LCAP Blueprint program, it's an 8 weeks program that is aimed at supporting idea and early stage entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs in developing a minimal viable product. So that's just a prototype of their big idea, something that they can take to the market, their first type of product that they can now be able to take to the market to introduce their idea and be able to set it up for scaling. So under this, 3 startups stand a chance of winning $500 each in seed funding that is aimed to support them in the process of developing their minimum viable product. And then the complementary program is also called the LCAP Market Validation Program, which now is a 12-week program, which helps the early stage entrepreneurs to validate their ideas, strengthen their business models, and pitch for funding. So with now that some of the entrepreneurs have been able to develop a minimal viable product, they are now going to go to the market to try now to validate that their ideas have been well structured to be able to grow and be able to reach across the continent and beyond. So we have this program that they can then participate in, but we also receive different types of entrepreneurs that have been operating outside of Leading Change, have been operating for 2 years they're around. So these entrepreneurs also get access to practical skills, mentorship, and they also get the opportunity to pitch for accessing to up to $2,500 each in seed funding. At the end of the day, the program is aiming not just to teach business on how they can build business, but to also make sure that entrepreneurs are walking away with the clarity, confidence, and capital they need to be able to thrive in a competitive market. And then we also have another program, which is the Stock Exchange Challenge, which we implement with in partnership with Climb USA, and it is focused on 15 to 40-year-old young people, and they essentially go through an 8 weeks virtual investment simulation of the United States stock market, where they're both given, it's more of like a game, but where they're all given up to 100,000 US dollars in virtual money. Let's be clear there, in virtual money, that they can then be able to learn how they can participate in investments whilst also practicing using the 100,000 US dollars and the simulation of the United States stock market to be able now to not only learn theoretically but also practice what they're learning. So they go through weekly videos that are based on the lessons that they're covering, peer-to-peer sessions, as well as guest speaker sessions. And that ultimately the goal is for them to compare US and African markets through local application tasks. So if they can learn on the largest stock market, they should be able now to see how we can integrate those learnings into our local markets. But those are just some of the programs that we offer to support in one, understanding how to invest as a young person, but also in terms of our entrepreneurs that are looking to grow their businesses within the continent. So yeah, I think those were the programs that we primarily implement at Leading Change. I'll pass it over back to you, Al. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa. And thank you to all our amazing program managers and not only the program managers, but we also want to acknowledge the amazing work that the other team members are doing on the ground behind the scenes. So this is really a collaborative work from scholars to managers to coordinators to teachers, volunteers, and everyone. And thank you so much for all that you're doing, shaping a better future for all. So, as you just heard, the work is real and the impact is measurable. So here you can see a quick snapshot of our decade of impact. So as you may see it, across our major programs, we have over 1,600 youth enrolled from 2015 to nowadays. And from there, you have over 1,529 who completed either a certification or mentorship program with us, Leading Change, and you also can see that over 200 internship have been facilitated, and we have currently scholars not only doing internship but also those who are now able to start on their professional journey working with big companies here in the US and also back in Africa. So we have built a global community across Africa, the US and beyond, with over 80,000 followers across our digital platform as well. So the numbers don't tell the whole story, right? But people do. And for that reason, we have invited some of our amazing scholars back in Burkina Faso in West Africa to share their stories with us so that we can hear from them and see how transformative the journey at Leading Change has been for them. So please join me in welcoming three extraordinary young people whose lives have been touched by our programs here at Leading Change Africa. So we have two of them today. We have Rahima Kafando. She's currently based in Burkina Faso. We also have Silga who's joining us, and they will all have a couple of minutes to share a bit about their story so that you can see, in fact, how they have been growing so far as leaders, ready to take on the challenge and make positive impact in their communities. That said, I'm going to pause right here and invite Rahima to get us started. And again, as we go, please, if you have any questions, drop it in the chat. If it's comments or just whatever might come in your mind, we'd love to hear from you. Okay, Arahima, if you're ready, you can take us from here.
All right. Hello, everyone. I trust you're fine. Beautiful non-profit day to all of you. I am Kiswentida Raimatoka Fondo from Burkina Faso. I'm leading church scholar since 2021. And now I'm studying network and telecommunication. And I'm also an intern at Youth Africa Burkina Faso, where I'm studying on the topic in order to defend for my bachelor's degree. Can you hear me? Okay, okay. So that's me. And today I am honored to share my experience with Leading Change Africa with you. I'm really glad to do that. So I first heard talk about Living Change since 2018 when in our secondary school, the headmaster asked us to escort one of our elder mates who has been selected as Living Change scholar to study in US. It was so amazing studying in US. So on that day, I told myself I'm going to be Leading Change scholar in order to study in US. But as years went on, I I have been selected to join the leadership program of Leading Change after passing my baccalaureate. And during this experience, this training moments, I discovered more than studying in US. I met the vision of Leading Change. I accept this vision and I even appropriate this vision, that is to make of young people leaders and turn them into change makers. What I saw in that vision uh, a very impactful thing for Africa and for Burkina Faso. During this training, I can say that it was like a mind feeding training, because it were not only a leadership training, because we learn about entrepreneurship, we learn about financial responsibility, we learn about community service, team building, many things, and it was a part uh, of my life. It was like the break I needed after my baccalaureate, because you can see that every many students after passing the baccalaureate, they even don't know which major they're going to study in university. And we as literature scholars, we got that time 6 months to think about our academic plan, to settle strong for our academic plan and our professional career. This was very interesting, and it was the welcoming break after my baccalaureate. And thanks to this journey of leadership, I learned how to negotiate, how to interact with people, how to go beyond my physical limits, to go beyond the limits I impose to myself. And thanks to this journey, I was making the difference in my university, and I lead uh, almost all the clubs in my university. I represent my university in national competitions where I won. And this was like a pride for me, because it's not, didn't invest in something like that. They invest in a value. They invest in my worship, and I think I'm using it well, and I'm just grateful and thankful to them for this journey. You know, I was saying in the beginning that I wanted to study in US, but for the time I met the vision of leading change, I realized that it were not a part of studying somewhere. It's a fact of studying something you can use to impact your country, to how can I say, to accelerate the development of your country. This is what I can say about the leadership program. But after the leadership program, we went in university. Yes, we made a difference there. And my scholarship is for three years. I'm about to defend for my baccalaureate in a month. So I have planned to continue a master degree in not in America, but I really want to stay here in Africa, maybe in South Africa or Rwanda, to continue my studying, or why not try to discover China, because I really want to discover China technology. So I want to study there and go for my master degree in telecommunication or in data science. This is my plan. And let's say that I have an objective among many objectives. This is to be one of the main source of change in, let's say, 15 years. It's like it's a dirt objective, but I trust in me. I trust I'm going to be one of the people who can support financially leading change, to keep on impacting people in Burkina Faso, to keep on providing education tools to those who cannot allow themselves such some opportunities. As Mr. Sedemi said, we need higher education, and I think Leading Change is on the right way to provide us these higher educations opportunity. But we also as scholars, yeah, we are expected to, to sponsor this vision and allow it going further. I don't know if you have questions. This is what I could say.
Thank you, Raima. This is truly inspiring. And I just want to acknowledge your courage to not only be able to speak English, but also transition from French as you want. English is not your first language for sure, but you are doing tremendous efforts. Your message is well heard, and thank you for your vision and all the goals that you have ahead. And with God's help, inshallah, it will come to life. Thank you for sharing. And again, if you have any questions for Rahima, please put it in the chat. And we now move to Silga. Are you there? If yes, please unmute yourself and you have the floor.
Hello, everyone. Sorry for being late. I went from the hospital. I have some headache, but right now it's okay. Don't worry. My name is Siliga Ulrich Olem Mershiwansu. It's so long, but it's like that. I recently graduated from 2AE, International Institute for Water and Environmental Engineering. I'm honored to have been a leading change scholar from 2022 to 2025. This scholarship enabled me to study at one of my preferred university in my country, Burkina Faso. Before applying, I can say I was just an ordinary student with a typical outlook. I emerged, transformed. And during this program, I learned everything whose linked to English, like grammar, vocabulary, songs, doing many activities like community services, visiting person in need. And every week we engage in meaningful projects like what I just list before, visiting person in need, cleaning hospital. One community project that truly will inspire me is supporting children whose father gave a life to protect our country. Yes, now our comrades, some comrades from some parents went to the war in order to protect our village, our city, our country. And I want to help the child, you know, help the children in order to thank them, even if they're in the, with God, to thank them for their life. Uh, this experience will teach me how to give what I can to them in order to share the reality to everyone. In my university, I took some many responsibility like president of citizen, president of Burkinabe student at 2IE, and also I was a chairman of English club there. This role was very rewarding and helped me to prepare my future leadership in my country. I want to be someone who help everyone in my country. And I know right now many citizens doesn't have electricity. Even if they have it, it's only 2 hours per day. Like it depends on the local location, but it's the most. So I want to help them create something in order to be equal. My dream is to create an electromagnetic shield, a kind of skin to protect everyone, to keep people safe around the world. Like if someone or if a terrorist shoot to a children or a child, for example, he can be protected even if he will be injured, but it won't be uh, so hard for him. So it's why I want to create it. For doing that, I need some devices to do. With my knowledge now, I can do it, but it won't be like I want. So I need pursue my pursue my knowledge in order to have more of it. Uh, I am certain that with support of guidance and with the help of Lynch and the givers, I know I will reach it and he will help everyone. I would like also to thank Lin Shan for all he did, because if it was not based on Lin Shan, I won't be where I am now. And thanks to him. And also thanks to the giver, because they were generous to me and to Lin Shan. Really thankful. So I wrote something in order to write for you to thank you. I'm deeply grateful for your help, and I promise to use everything I have learned to make a positive impact in my community and beyond. Thank you again, and may God bless you all.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much to Rahima and Silga. Thank you for taking the time to share your stories with us. And it's just inspiring to see how you have grown so far in terms of leadership, community service, and having the desire to give back to your communities. So, as you guys heard, this is how we do the magic here at Leading Change. So today you just got a chance to hear from two of our scholars in Burkina, but we have many of them there as well as in the US, in India, and as I was telling you, we are now exploring other continents and countries in Europe and Asia as we move forward. So, which means we have plenty of stories, each is unique and very interesting to hear. So I would definitely invite you all to go to our YouTube channel and hear from more stories from our scholars. That said, we will now move on to the next section in our program. So you will now hear from the spirit of leading change, which is not just in our programs, it also lives in the people behind them, which our volunteers, our mentors, and our team members who make it all possible. So we have a couple of two videos here, one from our current intern and another from our volunteer. So I'm gonna just take you to the next slide, and it's a
Hi everyone. My name
so I hope you guys can hear it. If not,
Hi
just
everyone.
let me.
My name is Truk Wheeler and I'm an intern here at Leading Change Africa. Today we're celebrating National Nonprofit Day. I chose to work with Leading Change Africa because I believe in one simple thing.
Is it stop on your end? Can you guys hear the video or is it stopped?
It's buffering.
Okay. Technical technical challenges. So let me try this.
National Nonprofit Day. I chose to work with Leading Change Africa because I believe in one simple thing.
Okay, one second. Looks like we have a technical issue over here. So I'm going to reshare my screen. Also, please let me know when you can hear.
Hi everyone, my name is Drew. Hi everyone, my name is Drew Wheeler, and I'm an intern here at Leading Change Africa. Today we're celebrating National Nonprofit Day. I chose to work with Leading Change Africa because I believe in one simple thing: education and leadership can change lives. My time here has been amazing. I've seen how much this team cares about helping young Africans. Leading Change Africa has one clear mission: to turn young Africans into leaders and change makers. My favorite program is our leadership workshops, which gives these young people the tools and confidence to build their own futures. Why do nonprofits like ours matter? We connect potential with opportunity. We provide education, mentorship, and resources. We're building a generation ready to lead Africa and the world into a brighter future. So, on this National Nonprofit Day, I invite you to join us. Support our work, share our story, and follow us on social media. Together, we can lead change. Thank you. Hi.
Hello everyone, my name is Monica and I'm the lead administrator of Boost Jackie, a scholarship for young women from French-speaking Africa. I also had the opportunity to volunteer as a mentor at Living Change Africa, and it was really a great experience interacting with young people from across Africa who are poised to make real impact in their spaces. This experience gave me renewed hope for the future of Africa, and I would like to commend Leading Change Africa for providing the platform for these young people to identify their true potentials, thereby becoming the leaders Africa's tomorrow needs. I call on you to join us today. Remember, volunteer roles aren't inferior, they probably are just priceless. Join us, let's volunteer to make the future of Africa great. Happy International Nonprofit Day.
Okay, perfect. Amazing. So you just heard from one of our interns as well as one of our volunteer here at Leading Change Africa. As I was telling you, this is really a big work. There are a lot to get done, but thanks to supporters, mentors behind the scenes, we are making this possible. Thank you to all of you for your support. So as you can see on the screen now, we're going to talk about ways to get involved here at Leading Change. So on our website, let me take you through the next slide so you can see more of what I will be sharing with you. So when you go on our website, leading change at leadingchangeafrica.org, you will click on volunteer button that will take you on a page where you can learn more about opportunities to serve with us. So all you need to do is to visit the page, click on apply, and it will take you to a short Google form. There you can let us know which program or area you are most interested in or passionate about, whether it's supporting classrooms, contributing to rural development, or helping with events and outreach, or just mentoring a scholar, or being a program ambassador or a content creator for us. You are welcome to really come with all the potential, time, energy you have and help us advance our mission. So this way we can match your skills and interests with the area of greatest need, and it only takes a few minutes, but the impact of your time and talent will last for decades, far beyond. And we appreciate all your efforts around that. Again, if you find any difficulties trying to apply for volunteer opportunities, just email us at office@leadingchangeafrica.org, and we'll be more than happy to help you and guide you through the process to volunteer and be involved with us. So now we'll open up the floor to the questions you guys might have for us, or comments, or anything that might cross your mind as you heard from our scholars, program managers. Now, I guess you are not new to what we do as mission here at Leading Change anymore. from leadership academy to post-secondary to rural development to all the initiative that we're doing to make a lasting impact in people's lives. I think you are more than ready now to join us. And I'm pretty sure that after this meeting, all of you will have a clear idea of our work and vision here at Leading Change. Again, you are very welcome to spread the news or to just join us in terms of peer to peer mentorship or to support in any ways might be possible for you guys. And again, we are really opening up the floor to you for any questions. And as we go through the chat, if there anyone, Usman, I know you are there. In case you want to unmute yourself and share any message you might have for this beautiful audience, please do so. And if there is anyone here who want to raise their hands and share their thoughts, comments, question you might have, you're also welcome to do so. So I'm gonna pause right here and see what comes next in terms of questions. I will be checking the chat and also keep an eye on people who will be raising their hands. So Basan, thank you for joining us. I can see that you are now able to come on camera. If you have questions, please don't hesitate. I know some people do speak French here, so you are welcome to also, raise your hand, share your questions in French if you want, if you are more comfortable with it. That's also one of our value added here. We can transition in both languages from French to English. That's okay as long as the message is heard. So, pour ceux qui parlent français, si vous voulez vous unmute, si vous voulez poser des questions en français, si vous voulez faire des commentaires spécifiques, ou peu importe ce que vous avez en tête, vous pouvez raise your hand, vous pouvez demander la parole et on sera ravis de vous écouter. Okay, so I'm checking the section, the comment section. Looks like you guys don't have questions for us today. And hopefully, okay, I'm just wondering now. I hope we are not speaking English for just a French audience over here. But I'm pretty sure if you stayed from the beginning to the end, it means you are getting something out of this. So don't get me wrong. If you have questions, please let us know. Okay, Basan, do you have a question?
Yes.
Okay.
Auntie, mnyamaze kidogo naongea. Also, okay, my name is Bahsan Ahmed from Kenya. I just wanted to say congratulations to the entire Leading Change team on celebrating the 10 years of impact. It is inspiring to see how your work has transformed life and also it has presented a lot of opportunities and also empowered many community. Personally, I would love to thank all of them. I'm not a member of it, but still meeting some of you, Osman and our Maiga in Kenya, in our mentorship program, has really inspired me in a way that I can't even explain. Your dedication to transforming society through leadership and collaboration is something to be truly proud of, and I'm really grateful to witness this great change. Actually, I have many questions, and most of them has been answered by many of you. One of the questions that I would love to ask is, looking back at 10 years ago, what do you consider your proudest achievement as an organization?
Thank you, Basan, for your question. It's a really great one. So, Usman, do you want to take on that or shall I just go?
You can go ahead, Awan.
Okay, so Basan's question was about our decade of impact and what we are mostly proud of in terms of achievement. Again, that's a very good question, and there is a lot to be proud of. So, looking back 10 years, it goes fast, but then end of the day, it comes with a lot of challenges and a lot of positive sides as well. But the good thing is that we keep learning, right, as we're growing. We learn from lessons, things we have done, things we could improve as we move forward, people we can touch, lives we can even make better as we move forward, growing up and making more impact. I would say, personally, anytime I hear from a story or look at the student and see their lives from where they have been to where they are now and things they can achieve thanks to the program or thanks to the transformative journey of education, I feel like hopeful. Have a lot of hope, trust in what the future holds for us as opportunities, as brighter future, as all that is possible to get done. So technically, I would really say the achievements we are proud of is the people, really, how they are being transformed, how they now have all they need in terms of toolkit and potential to make difference in others' lives. And as you did get a chance to hear from our scholars, there is a word that comes again and again, and it is paying back, right? Paying forward to communities, making a lasting impact in others' lives, helping people. You see, those are very important, and I see a value of humanity there, and how together we can all contribute to a better future. So that's really what I can add there. There is a lot to share, but I'm gonna stop here and also give the chance to our team members here to add on that. And whoso I can see your hand raised, so if you wanna unmute yourself.
So, looking back 10 years from now, the major achievement that I can say, being an academic program manager, is that the scholars that we had that from the beginning, that those who we sent to the US and those that we had here back in Burkina Faso are recently graduating from high school, sorry, for university, so which is a major impact. And we did not see any dropout. So that's one of the major achievement that we can really pin down and say that we are proud of. For other programs, we can say that not only we are starting to have other partners and friends around the world. Looking back at the beginning of Leading Change Africa, it is a major milestone or things that we can actually say that we are proud of. So you can say that you're from Kenya and that you met the upper management in Kenya. So that's something that we should be proud of. Thinking, looking back at where we started from 10 years from now.
Wonderful. Thank you, Huso. So we have the other team members. Does anyone want to add anything? So looking back 10 years of impact, what is your accomplishment you are most proud of? Vanessa, Fusaini, Ben, Lin. There is a lot of people over here. We have team members over here. Kingsley, do you guys want to add anything to that? So Basan, does it respond your question? Okay, in case you are speaking, you are muted.
Oh yeah, thank you. Oh yeah, you have really responded to my question.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
inspired to be here.
Absolutely. But thank you also for joining. We are happy to hear from you. So, if there is no other questions in the chat or no comments, I think we're going to just take a moment to thank all our partners and sponsors around the globe who are really making this impact possible. So, among them, we have EY, Madison Technical College, UW Madison, Jack and Cook Foundation, the Greater Milwaukee Foundation, the Wisconsin School of Business, the American Family Insurance. So we have partners in Africa, East and West Africa, where we do our work, as well as in the US and elsewhere. I can't know all the names, but again, thank you so much to all of you who really took a chance and the time to come here. You could have been doing other things. It's Sunday, but your presence here means a lot for us, and we are grateful for that. Thank you so much. And we stay in church. This is not the end, it's just the beginning. I would really love for us to just go ahead, take a look on our website, learn more about our programs, subscribe to our newsletters so that you don't miss any opportunities or information or updates we might have for you and that you might be interested in. And also, as I'm talking, I'm just want to share with you some of our social media handles. So, in fact, Living Change is on Facebook, Instagram, X, known as Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and we are also on TikTok. We're not just dancing there, but I'm sure you will get a lot of fun as you go and explore our TikTok channel. So we are everywhere. Please stay connected, follow us, and this is the start of an impactful journey ahead. And again, we have a lot of opportunities you might be interested in. Thank you so much for your time. Happy National Nonprofit Day. This is for a decade, so let's meet again in about 10 years and see how things go from here. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your weekend and lot of love for you and your families. Stay blessed and take care.
Bye bye, everyone.